What's going on, guys? Today we're at beautiful Cave Run Lake doing some wintertime fishing, hoping to catch some bass, but more importantly, we're going to try to get us a big old muskie today. Let's get after it. All right, guys, starting off today with the biggest bait I own. I hope y'all can see it. It is a huge Sebile muskie jerkbait. Let's see if one will eat it. Well, I'm not a huge fan of that action on the jerkbait, so we're going to change things up. Before we switch baits on that rod, just going to try something really small, just a little tube jig. I know bass will eat it, but sometimes a muskie will eat a bass bait like this. Let's see what we can get. Get this unhung. Well, I got bad news. Only thing that happened at that spot was I broke off my tube jig. So we're gonna go on, walk way down the dam, and there's a bank I've been wanting to fish over there for a long time. And I've seen a 51.5-inch muskie pulled off of right where I'm gonna be fishing. So let's make this long walk, and hopefully this spot will be better. All right, we made it to the next spot. Just a really steep rock bank, a lot of chunk rock and some wood. But this bank in particular, I've seen a lot of crankbait fish caught, especially muskie. So that's why we're gonna give it a try. And here's what I'm throwing. I've got a little Spro rock crawler, and just one of my favorite crankbaits to throw for many different species of bass. And hopefully we'll get bit here. And I'll tell you what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to run these banks parallel, and that's hard from the bank. You know, normally in my kayak I can do this pretty easily, but all this rock, and I know y'all can't really see it, but the way I'm facing, it is straight chunk rock, and I'm trying to cast 30 to 40 feet maybe out from the bank and just run it straight back to me, just a stop and go retrieve, and that normally can get some fish to bite. Uh-oh. My bait stopped. I was like, oh my gosh, what do we have? Tree pounder. That's part of it. All right, I've tried this crankbait for about 20 minutes now. Nothing on it yet. I'll probably come back to it if nothing else works, just because I have a lot of confidence in it. But I am gonna give the giant jerk bait one more chance before I switch. And hopefully this thing will do the trick. I'll tell you, the structure here, like, it looks amazing. It's just I haven't thrown the right bait yet, or I just haven't found exactly where the fish are. So let's sling this giant bait out here, and hopefully our luck will change. Feels like there's ice on my rod tip. Somehow or another, my line's a little frayed. Not too bad. You could send this thing into orbit. Oh my gosh. I mean, look at this. I mean, that thing probably went 70 yards. All right, and for this jig, I think I've showed you all this jig before, but just for a refresher, it's a BC Lures jig in Cumberland Crawl, and I've got a Yum Christie crawl on the back of here. It's my favorite crawl, has super good action, and is a perfect jig trailer. So I am targeting bass with this jig, but again, like I've said, a lot of these baits will catch muskie too. And in this lake, a lot of the locals around here say the bass are muskie and the muskie are bass. So hopefully that'll hold true today. All right, so right here, I'm even closer to this steep rock, and I've got a huge couple of logs right in front of me. So I am gonna take that time, flip this jig out there, and hopefully either a bass or muskie will be sitting there and absolutely inhale this thing. I'll pick y'all up once I start flipping. All right, flip that jig all down this bank for about 20 minutes, not even a sniff. So I'm gonna do 2 more things. Try the crankbait one more time, and then I'm gonna tie on a big Grim Reaper black spinnerbait, 1.5 ounces, and that'll be the last thing I throw here, and then I may try the other side of the lake. All right, guys, we made it to what I've heard is one of the best musky holes on the entire lake, and I'm fishing a drainage ditch, so it's going to be interesting. But like any fish likes to, they want to be where bait fish are, and I can tell you there's tons of bait fish here. So I'm going to start casting with the spinnerbait and hope to get one to come out of this ditch and absolutely inhale it. Guys, look at this drainage ditch. I've been casting on the outside of it, but look what it looks like on the inside. I mean, you cannot tell me that out in the back of a creek does not look fishy. So here's what I'm gonna do. I have run my spinnerbait through here, but I'm gonna take a jig and flip as far back in there as I can and try to drag it out. Hopefully that'll yield a bite. This almost feels like saltwater fishing. Oh, now we're back in there. Man, if you'd asked me where I thought I was gonna get bit, I would have said right there. But day's not over. I'm gonna try this bank past it. I've seen muskie caught here before, and we can always hit the drainage ditch on the way back from this side of the bank. Let's see if we can catch something. And of course, I get so excited to catch a fish, I forget the most important thing about landing a fish, and that is my net. Got to walk all the way back and grab it. Okay, net acquired. Let's keep on fishing. Well, I like the look of this timber. I'm gonna flip the jig in here. I have casted at it with a spinnerbait. No luck, but might be a bass sitting there. So maybe we can get it to bite. All right, last lure of the day. Got a cotton cordell jerkbait. I'll get a picture and put it on the screen here. And I absolutely love this jerkbait. It's slow sinking, and I've actually only caught one fish on it, but it was a 6-pound largemouth out of this lake. I think I mentioned it earlier in the video, but it's just a super good quality jerkbait. Got saltwater grade hooks, and it is perfect for one of these big wintertime muskie. So I'm gonna make about 5 or 10 more casts, and hopefully, we'll get one to eat. Well, guys, I hate to say it, that's gonna do it for today. What I'm learning about muskie fishing is that these fish are hard to catch. I've been fishing for them for almost 2 years now and have only had 3 encounters with them ever. And one, I broke its jaw with a shaky head. I'll actually put a picture of that in there too. That was really cool. The second one I had, figure eighted him. I mean, to me, I did everything right and just wasn't able to get the fish to commit. And then the final one, I had a really, really big one, literally just bite my line in half, throwing a huge glide bait. And that's my history with muskie so far. I'm hoping that changes for the better here soon, but for now, just got to keep learning and keep trying to catch one. Guys, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully you learned a little something about how to get started muskie fishing. I am no expert, but I love to get out here and just challenge myself and chase fish that are super hard to catch. But like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.